Noisy Pixel.
Music is a form of expression that anybody can understand and enjoy, and rhythm games are the same. All you need is a controller, good music, and a pair of headphones to settle down for a night of calming goodness. The most crucial aspect of any good rhythm game is to have a diverse roster of music to draw from. This variety ensures that players will always find different songs that they can enjoy. Unfortunately, this is an area where Beat Souls just does not impress. This isn't to say that the music is terrible, however, it is all done by one artist. Even when crossing genres from a pumpin' EDM beat to that classic rock feel, every track feels like they were cut from the same cloth. Even as I write, I struggle to remember a song that stood out. This issue is only exacerbated because the gameplay doesn't have you pressing buttons in time to the beat. Instead, you're catching notes, moving yourself and your souls when needed. Surprisingly, this made the music hard to follow, as I would often be standing in place, pressing nothing. This lack of effort created a disconnect between me and the game, where I found I'd be barely listening to the music in favor of the visual cues. On lower difficulties this is fine, but these cues are harder to follow the higher the difficulty gets. I feel like part of the issue is the art direction. At first, seeing the bright neon colors and pulsating tracks was a refreshing change. I admittedly thought of an arcade cabinet the first time the presentation greeted me. The flashing lights drew me in, but I noticed I was experiencing extreme eye fatigue the more I played. This issue could have been combated by allowing players to fine-tune effects on the screen to their liking. For example, I would have preferred not to have the game up the brightness every time I entered fever mode. As it stands, the title looks good, but after around a half hour of playing, I found it hard to keep looking. This vibrancy only stands out on the OLED screen of my Switch. Ironically, I can look at the game in handheld mode much longer than when the game is docked. This isn't a problem for me, as I prefer to play in handheld mode anyways. While the game may be too flashy for its own good, I found that it played very well. It never stuttered and inputs quickly registered. When you get going, it can be fun. However, I wish there was more of a reason to keep playing. Seasoned veterans of the genre will have no problem clearing every song within a night. Further, doing so will unlock the other characters in their infinite modes. Outside of that, there's nothing left to strive for besides achieving high scores. The extra characters have their own abilities, but nothing that changes the game, especially when the 3 unlockable characters have a different variation of the same ability, not breaking a combo. Why couldn't there have been extra souls to unlock or costumes for each character? These rewards give players a reason to return and keep playing while improving their scores. Rhythm games are supposed to be simple, but this takes the idea to an extreme where it feels bare bones. Beat Souls tries to break the mold of its peers in the genre, but feels lost in many ways. The music choices feel safe and don't stick out, the art looks pretty but can be draining to keep track of notes, especially on greater difficulties. Add the lack of unlockable extras to keep striving for, and you get a game that's all style, no substance. There is something here that could have been special, but it failed in innovating. Noisy Pixel is giving Beat Souls a 5 out of 10. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Stop by and read the full review over on noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers that work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.